I'm testing the microphone. Does it sound good? Hi, everybody. I'm File Draft. I'm from Everfree Network. And I'm here today to present to you the Voice Actors Panel. Before we begin, I want to just make a couple of quick announcements. This panel is going to have to be over at 7 o'clock sharp, which means at 7 o'clock sharp, I'm going to say, all right, we're done, we got to go, because they got to clear this room out to get ready for the Hey Ocean concert, which you all should go to, because it's going to be awesome. So, when this panel is over, if you guys can help us all get the concert ready by getting up and vacating the room and getting the hell out of here, that would be, it'll be really helpful. And then the other thing I wanted to just quickly announce is that if you guys have questions for these VAs, in just a matter of minutes, I'm not going to hold on the mic too long. Yes? Okay, so I'm being told that it has to end 15 minutes earlier than that, so we'll get to questions faster than that. If you guys have questions for the VAs, I'll say, hey, we're going to do Q&A in a second. There is a mic stand there. This mic will be placed in that mic stand, and if you could line up neatly over on the left side of all the chairs, that would be great. Otherwise, hundreds and hundreds of bronies on the live stream are going to see the backs of your heads. Now, some people may want that kind of notoriety, but I know I wouldn't. So if you guys can line up over there when you've got questions, and just remember, these guys are not going to be able to answer any questions about any material that hasn't aired yet. So no, Season 5 spoilers, probably not going to happen. Probably not. Let's do that. All right, let's bring out the voice actors. They're coming. I can see them. All right. She's making her way to the stage. Michelle Krieber. Followed by Marika Hendricks, voice of Gilda. Followed by Sam Vincent, Trevor Duvall, Michael Dangerfield, Kelly Metzger, and Peter New.
Cheers to you. To you and you.
Is that in your rider?
Okay, so I guess I just rattled off your names, but could you quickly introduce yourselves, starting with you, Michelle, and maybe give them a snippet of the character or characters that you voiced for My Little Pony?
Hello, I am Michelle Krieber, and I am the singing voice and speaking voice for Apple Bloom, and also the singing voice for Sweetie Belle. All right. And, aren't you gonna stay for brunch?
Nice.
I'm Marika. Is it not working? Hello? Oh, yeah, I can hear. Hello. I'm Marika Hendricks, and I am the voice of Gilda, the Griffin. And I could tell everybody to make like a bee and buzz off!
I am Trevor Duvall, and I am the voice of Fancy Pants, Hoity Toity, and Iron Will.
Is this on? Is this on? How's everybody doing? You ready to rock and roll this weekend a little bit? So I'm Michael Dangerfield, and I am the voice of Brayburn. Welcome to Appaloosa. There you go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Metzger, the voice of English Spitfire. What is my line? Oh, yeah. That's an Academy record!
Oh. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Vincent, and I'm the voice of Flim, one half of the Flim Flam Brothers, from the episode Super Speedy Sada Squeezy 6000!
My name is Peter New. I don't remember what my line is either. What is?
It's a solitary line. It's a real hard one.
Yep. I play.
And
I
somebody
play
just
Big
snuck
Macintosh.
in the
I
room
also
here.
play. I also play Jet Set, who basically speaks this way, and Rarity's father. Are you gonna eat that?
You also play
And is there
Dr.
somebody else?
Monitor and the train conductor, multiple other side voices.
Here?
But somebody snuck in this room as well.
Who's this?
Who knows? Everybody, Andrea Libman. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, you play two reasonably well-known characters. Just reasonably well-known. Who do you play, and what do they sound like?
I play Pinkie Pie. She talks really, really fast. Sorry I'm late. I just got off the plane and then I came straight here. And I also play Fluttershy. Sorry I'm late. Sorry to interrupt. But didn't interrupt anyone. Please excuse me. Hey.
All right, I'm going to ask only just a couple questions because our time is limited, and I want you guys to have a chance to ask all the questions that we can fit into the rest of the time. But really quick, Kelly, this is your first Brony convention. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I just wanted to get your initial reaction to all of this.
Well, I've been to Burning Man a few times, and it's quite similar to Burning Man, actually, just more glasses.
Well, Peter had a nice pair of glasses there.
I did.
Come on.
I got these glasses in the dealer hall because I forgot my regular sunglasses in Vancouver because, of course, you don't really need to wear sunglasses in Vancouver. So I forgot mine. And now I have these future sunglasses.
Well, like I said, let's get to it because we've only got so much time. Right over here is a stand. Again, I'd like to repeat, if you have questions for these guys, remember, they cannot answer any questions about material that has not aired yet. It's all sorts of legal nonsense. There will be people in black suits breaking through the ceiling. It'll be terrible. Terrible. Laser
Has anyone seen
sights.
Brazil? Because it's going to be just like that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to hand this microphone over there so we can get to it.
Hello. Hello? Okay.
Hello.
Okay, I have a question for what? Hello? Okay. I have a question for Spitfire. This is also my first pony convention, and I would like to be the first one to ask you this. What did you think when you first heard about the bronies?
Okay, well, one of the first things that came up on Google is a Tumblr that called Spitfire is Sexy. Which I scrolled through until it got too disturbing to stop scrolling. But somehow it was complimented at the same time. But the more that I came in contact with you guys over Twitter and the more I learned about you, the more I just think it's a fabulous community, and I'm really excited to be part of it. And yeah, I think this is really cool, and I hope it grows and grows.
Okay, I got a couple of questions, actually two questions. One's for like Pinky / Fluttershy and Iron Will. Number one for Pinky / Fluttershy. Did they digitalize your voice when you do the "You broke the pinky promise" quote? And for Iron Will, was your voice inspired like by wrestlers like Hulk Hogan and other WWE wrestlers and
Hulk Hogan was inspired by Iron Will.
This is a question for all of you. For the past few years, we have seen the Brony fandom evolve and grow into numerous thousands of people. Do you think it will continue to grow, or do you think soon after it will just slowly die down?
I think it'll keep growing. I absolutely do. I think season 4 is exciting, and I think it'll keep growing. It'll keep getting new fans all over the world and keep on building. Absolutely.
You also, as the first generation of bronies, you have a responsibility to train your children in the ways. Just like many of us who grew up with Star Wars trained our children in the ways of the Star Wars mythology and all that, you have to do the same thing with, My Little Pony, right? I want to come back here when I'm 80 years old and do my very bad old version of Flim for your grandchildren.
Yup.
Yes, like I said before, I hope it keeps growing and you guys are the early adopters, and this is a really exciting time for the show. I hope yeah.
Oh, hello. Yes, of course it's going to grow. Why wouldn't it? Are you not keeping in touch with each other? Are there groups? I hear there's groups. Well, make sure it keeps going because we're having a blast here. All right? Come on!
I didn't want to say this, but this is the last Brony convention. And we're never recording new episodes because you people have ticked us. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, yes, it's going to be great. And I think everybody to my right is going to say the same thing, so we're going to stop with me on that question. Moving on.
I have a question for Iron Will.
Bring it on, brother.
I want you to quote Hercules Satan and say, "I'm the world champion of martial arts. Oh yeah."
I could say that. But it would be too easy to say that, wouldn't it? I'm the world champion of martial arts, yeah. See what I did there? I did something not what you expected. That's what makes me awesome.
For the VAs that have not been in every episode, what has been your favorite episode to watch?
I actually have seen all of them, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a 5-year-old and she loves it. So that's my excuse. My favorite episode to watch is it's every episode that I'm in.
I'm just gonna. I don't even know the name of the episode, but it's the episode where Pinkie Pie has these premonitions, and these premonitions come to her. Yeah, that one where her nose starts to twitch, or her tail starts to go oop oop, and things happen all around her. That was funny for me. That gave me a rib tickle.
I've watched a lot of the first season, but I get distracted by what's in the booth, and when I watch, I can't help but imagine everybody in real life. And when I was recording my episode, Andrea was so hilarious as Pinkie Pie. That was so funny. When you were like freaking out, and I got to see all the takes happen, and she was freaking out in every single take, and you guys only got one to hear one of the takes, but
I'm
it was so
paying
funny.
everybody.
Yeah.
at this end of the table.
Yeah.
It's going to cost me a lot of money. Thanks.
Hi.
I did see the one that I was in, which I really liked. I thought it was pretty good. Here's Trevor.
A-okay.
I think we're all gonna say the same thing.
No.
Oh, we're not?
This time I have an answer.
Oh, you have an answer. We'll give Marika the mic.
I just like all the episodes. I think they're great.
But mostly mine.
I just like I just like when Britt McKillop sings. That to me is amazing. So agreed? Yeah.
The episode, what is the episode where they duplicate? Yeah, duplicate Pinky. That one is hilarious. I love how they took the old animation Pinkie Pie and they put it in there. I thought that was hilarious. Like, that's the little tricks that animators put in. It's so funny.
Can you make a face crazier than this? Okay. Hi. First I want to say this is my first convention, so hi.
Nice.
Hi. And I am actually a fan voice actor for mostly the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and I was wondering if, like, for any other aspiring voice actors out there, if you have any good advice for how to get started or how to work on that kind of stuff, or yeah.
My advice is to do theater and learn how to act, because a lot of people can do funny voices in their kitchen and for their friends, but what it comes down to is, can you take a piece of material on a piece of paper and make it sound like real life? And people are so brilliant in the studio with text. It always astonishes me, and they're really masters of that. So it's about being a good actor, and then the voices come from there, and the characters that you build from there with your imagination.
I have a similar response, which is essentially put yourself in front of an audience, and work with that audience as a performer. Get yourself, which is essentially theater, the same thing, right? Work with that audience and see what you do that makes the audience respond, and learn your craft that way. Same thing.
See, my problem is that I have to travel with my kitchen when I work now. You see, getting back to her point. You have to be good. You have to be really good. The people that are doing it are really good. The people all on this table, except for me, are all very good. And I look up to them. No, it's true, though. And a lot of people that are doing a lot of it have been doing it for a long time. And so you got to make sure you get good training. And like, they're saying, do theater, take acting classes, and get it out there. Yeah.
Do you believe in the devil? Because it's quite a common thing for us to sell our souls to the devil. I mean, I gave mine up years ago, and I gotta tell you, it's been fine.
I'm good.
One other thing. Honestly, once you get really, really good and you're a fabulous actor and you've got your chops up, you're going to have to move to a city where you can actually work as a voice actor. And that's just part of being in the business. And I would say that probably LA is the city to be in. That's like the biggest market for people living in the States. So that's just a practical thing. You're not going to be able to become a working voice actor in your hometown. So that's just a practical thing. You have to, once you get your skills up.
In your tiny little hometown of Houston.
Well, I mean, there is voice work, throughout the States in different markets, but obviously, being Americans, you would have to probably want to go to LA, maybe New York, and if you somehow convince Canadians to come to our country, you could work in Vancouver too, but so that's just a practical aspect of it too. You got to be in a city where you can actually do the work. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Is this working?
It's working.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Speak into the mic.
Yeah, of all
of any show you guys have done, was there any one line that you recall that after reading it out loud made you break down laughing?
Spoopy-Doo!
I have a line that I'm not allowed to say because it's for the Star Wars Lego project. So you're going to have to watch it on the Cartoon Network. But it is the greatest line I ever had, and I nailed it on the first take, and I'm so proud of it, and I hope they don't cut it or anything bad happens, but it's on the Cartoon Network. It's a Star Wars Lego project. Yoda Chronicles.
Can I just say, your fault. Your fault. I have a quote for you. I have a line for you that is. Oh my God! What?
Wait, first of all,
That
we're
was
gonna.
the creepiest thing I've ever seen right there. Thank you.
We're gonna auction off this ice in 3 hours, so just be there
Wow.
for that.
Ice that touched my horrible saliva can be yours.
But to get back on topic, one of my favorite lines, especially in the My Little Pony franchise, is
Never apologize when you can criticize.
All right. Okay, I got one. There's a cute here this afternoon, and every pony in my class will be there. And all of the cutie marks, and I want to get my cutie marks, but I'm no good at selling apples. But I really want my cutie mark. But how can I get my cutie mark if I'm no good at selling apples? But I really want to go to the party. But how can I go to the party, which my big sister says I'm going to get eventually? But I don't even know what I'm saying. I want it now.
Come on.
Something.
Give it up.
I think at least one line in there made sense. I think just one. Yeah.
My turn? Is it my turn? Oh, okay, good. Quick, first, Audrey, you and I share the same birthday. Weird, yeah. Mr. Flim, whatever you've done. Yes. Flim, yes. Sam.
Oh, yes. Sorry. You were like, hey, flimmy, flammy, whatever you are. Yes.
So-
You!
Insert pony here.
Yeah.
Other quick thing. I play the character you're parroting in The Music Man. Just thought I'd let you know.
Right.
No, now my real questions. For Audrey. Or on.
That's right.
Sorry, but okay.
No,
I
that's
have
fine.
questions.
That's
I
fine.
have
I didn't-
questions. I have questions. I'm not allowed to do comments. How did you How did you come with the voice for Pinkie Pie? And the same question for Peter New. How did you come up with the voice for Big Macintosh?
Andrea?
When I was reading the character description, it just said she was really, really high, really, really fast, and full of lots of energy, and that's just what I came up with. For some reason, they hired me. I don't know.
Essentially the same story for me. Like, I got to the audition and it said he's kind of laconic, but he wants to, he's summing up wisdom with a single word. And what do you got with that? So I went into the studio and said, "Yup." No. I mean, they had the line written down. They also had a monologue for me. They said he's gonna come back and he's gonna have all these monologues. And so I had to do this monologue, which has never ever come back. And yeah, so I said yup, and they liked it, and that's that's the end of the story.
Love you, Audrey.
Okay, I feel like I'm talking to the speaker. Right. So, have you ever had an instance where you improv'd or messed up a line and it got left in the final cut, ponies or otherwise?
I told this story at the Early Bird last night, but if you don't mind me sharing it again. I had a line in a, they were actually making a blooper reel for a DVD. And so we had scripted lines for the blooper reel. And I was supposed to be sort of the MC for the blooper reel. And my line was, "Don't forget to tip your waitress." And I said, "Don't forget to trip your waitress." Did you hear that? Trip your waitress. And the guys on the other side of the glass, the director was like, Wes, to the engineer, did you get that? And he was like, of course I got it, because they're amazing at their job. It's in the DVD. They animated it. It's pretty funny. That's the only example I have. It's a pretty good one, though. Don't forget to trip your waitress.
I sometimes
Trip your
try.
waitress.
Sorry. What?
Oh, nothing. Just shut me up.
Okay, that's all right. I sometimes try when I have "yup" written down in a script. I sometimes try to just say what I think he's thinking, and hope that they animate it. But so far they just go, "No, Peter, could you say the line that is in the script, please? Thank you." That's what. So far, that's all that's happened.
I remember at one session you were like, "Yup," and then our director's just like, "No, it has to be yup."
I think they like to tease me a little bit, actually, because I think Terry Klassen, who directs our sessions, he likes to pretend that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, Peter. Peter, okay, listen. What we're going to need from you is you got to say "yep" 3 times in a row, okay? And try to make it sound like he's talking to the other characters in the session, okay?
I've improvised every line I've ever said in every cartoon ever. I disregard the script entirely. I think, I believe my character would say this. And they go, okay. Whatever you want to do, just okay. Let's just get out of here before lunch.
Next!
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
This is my first convention ever, and I'm a really big Pinkie Pie fan. And I have always wanted to hear Pinkie Pie say, "Will the real Pinkie Pie please stand up?"
That's okay. Will the real Pinkie Pie please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up.
First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for showing up today. Second, being voice actors of such a low age demographic, your names have been immortalized with these characters amongst the fandom. How do you all feel about that?
I feel great about that. Are you kidding? I feel great about it. I think this fandom is so tremendous, and it's such an honor to be a part of it.
It's really nice to be appreciated because typically that only happens on camera, and it's awesome that you guys recognize that what we do is an art, and can sometimes be hard to do because all we're using is our imagination and our voice. And on to the next person.
Yeah, it's great to be recognized. We're all struggling to do what we want to do. And when you've been chugging along at it for years and people recognize all the effort and that you've put in, it's wonderful. This is a great weekend for me to see everyone that appreciates what we've been trying to do for years. So thank you.
Right to me. Wow, Kelly. That was amazingly sensitive of you. No. I think it's great to be immortalized for something that's positive as opposed to being renowned for something that is, slightly negative. I don't know. I don't know, spawn of Satan. No. No, it's cartoons are, I'll just briefly say that it doesn't matter wherever you go, the minute you tell somebody that you do cartoon voices for a living, it doesn't matter if they're a border guard or they their job is to be serious and their job is to, but the minute you say that, they're just like, oh well, it's like they just like forget that they're actually trying to secure national borders, and they go, oh, I don't suppose you could do that voice, and then you do the voice, oh well, come on in, that's great, So everybody loves cartoons, and it's something that I'm very proud to be a part of, and it's fun to be known for something that brings a lot of joy to people. So yeah, makes me very happy.
I can't stand being recognized. I've been on the run for 20 years. And every time I try and cross the border, they go, "Hey, aren't you the voice of..." I go, "No! No, I'm a federal tax accountant. You've never heard me. You don't know who I am." And they go, "I have never heard you. I do not know who you are." And I cross the border.
That was really suave for a tax accountant, I was just going to say. And
He's
I
a
was
tax accountant with the force.
I-
Could you imagine?
I just want to quick say that part of the question was saying that, doing voice acting for children's shows, but a lot of you guys have done voices for more adult shows, and I'm looking at you, Marika, because you are famously the voice of Revy from Black Lagoon. And a lot of people don't know that. So, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, not so childlike.
No.
This is what somebody will always try and get me to say a line from Black Lagoon. It's not happening. Because there are people here under 18, so it's not happening. Watch it.
Like I said before, this panel's got to be short because they're going to get ready for the concert, so we've only got time for maybe 3 or 4 more questions. I'm sorry, but there is going to be another voice actor panel tomorrow, actually a couple of them tomorrow. So stick around tomorrow. There should be some more time to work with then. So anyway, let's get to the next question.
Hi. Before I say anything, I want to say one thing. Pinkie Pie is best pony.
No argument here.
Yeah. But on to my real question. This is a question for Andrea Libman and Flim Flam Guy.
Listen, Mr. Pinkie Pie fan with the Rainbow Dash shirt. What the heck's going on over there?
Oh, guys.
All right. I'm not trying to call you out. Go ahead. What? Yes, I'm ready to answer questions.
Question is, but I have to clear out something first. I was at another convention and I learned from Andrea Libman that recordings happened in like a big group session in a room. So
you're trying to see if it's true or not?
No,
You want to ask the group?
I'm trying to ask, like, Andrea, what was it like recording with the Flim Flam Brothers if you did record with them in that room?
It was awful.
It's horrible.
I still cry at night, just reliving the terrible memories.
You see, the thing is that with so much estrogen going on in that room, the minute two incredibly manly men like myself and Scott McNeil walk in a room, it's overwhelming. It really is.
It is.
Yeah, and it takes a while for them to compose themselves. But actually, I should, since she's right next to me, introduce Ms. Ashley Ball. Voices of Rainbow Dash and Applejack. And we'll ask her, what's it like when you've got like a really nice dynamic going on? All the women, you guys are so together, you're in the zone, you have your nice little chitty chatty moments, and then the guys show up. What's that like?
Yeah, you ruin everything, basically. It is, on the most part, all women. Except for Peter, who he's pretty feminine. I don't know if you guys know. But yeah, it really throws off our mojos, I think. There's a man in the studio. It's very, very distracting, for sure. Hi, guys. I snuck in, I'm sorry. Hi, Mike.
Thank you.
I had to go get food.
Next question.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I have one question, and it is for Michelle. But first, beforehand, and I will make it very short. I just wanted to mention that.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention that. Thank you so much for what you guys do. If it weren't for you, I probably would not feel that there was any hope left in the world with all the negative stuff that goes on. You guys proved that there is still good in this world, and it's just awesome.
We are good. We are good.
I'm not a very religious guy, but I do know one thing, and that is that angels exist, and the proof is all sitting up there.
Except Trevor, obviously.
Now on to my question for Michelle. Michelle Applebloom is best CMC, best everything. I think she is the leader. But outside of the episodes, the CMC anthem is my favorite song of all pony songs, and I was just wondering if any time in the future will you and Claire and everybody maybe perform the song, maybe on one of your albums, maybe live performance, something like that.
Maybe right here, right now.
I like that song too. It's very fun to record. Unfortunately, it's we've never really been allowed to sing, songs from the show.
Ding,
Oh,
ding,
Lord.
ding, ding. Really? Do it all the time.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. That I don't really know what to say about that. Yes, that's that's the moose for today. That's the moose. Okay. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a concert tonight, and I will be performing an hour act, and following my act will be the wonderful Hey Ocean featuring
Hey
Ashley
Ocean!
Ball, which is gonna be so awesome. I love Hey Ocean's music. It's so great. I have it on my iPhone. It's amazing. Anyway,
you can
yeah.
get it,
So
you can upload it off iTunes. You can buy it here. If you have any money left.
So yeah, definitely come see that.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Whitney McClendon, and this is my first convention ever. And I would just like to say that I'm a theater major, and I really appreciate what you guys do. In fact, I did one of my final monologues was Pinky's monologue from the first episode, and I got an A on that, so thank you. Woo! Okay. Now my question for all of y'all is, what was your absolute favorite episode to do?
My only episode.
I love doing Party of One because I got to be super crazy face.
Just talking to a radish. My favorite episode was the first one I did, which was actually not the first one that my character was in. It was the I know, right? It was the first Cutie Mark Crusaders episode where Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo are introduced, and I remember that I had done, sessions before, but I was more doing theater at that point, and so I was so nervous. I went in and I had that massive speech that I just screwed up earlier in this panel, and I was like, how am I supposed to do this? And I was the only kid there. I think Maddie and Claire weren't there that session, so I didn't know if I was gonna not fit in and just kind of just be that shy little kid that's just not doing her job right or something. But then the reason it was so special is because the older voice actors, they were so nice, and they sort of brought me into their family of it's really nice to have sort of such a great relationship. Oh yeah, okay, good, thank you. No, another 20 please. Thanks. Good. All right. But yeah, that was my favorite episode to record.
My favorite episode is where Stewie and Brian go off to find. Oh, wait a minute. We're talking about My Little Pony, right? I don't know. I don't watch the show, whatever.
Probably the one that I was in. But I will say it is a lot of fun to work with these folks. Can you imagine what it's like? We giggle between takes. We get silly. We do great writing. It's fantastic. And on...
I love My Little Pony because, like they were saying before, this is a show where there's a lot of women characters or girl characters. And most cartoons have a lot of men, so it's always exciting when there's more women characters. Because they're better behaved. The men fart in the studio. They're really stinky. They do. You walk in after a break and it's like, this studio stinks. It happens.
It might trail in with us, but we don't actually do it in the booth.
My favorite episode is every episode that I'm in because it's really fun to say that I grew up and became a pony. So I was very excited to get even a small part on this show because that was like, when I grow up, I want to become a pony. It happened.
I think my favorite episode was the one where Peter actually says more than one line. The romance between who is Cheerly, right? Okay, because I do actually watch a lot of the episodes because I find it really entertaining, and I really like that one. That's all.
My favorite episode is coming up where Flim gets his wings. Yeah. Yeah, look out for it. It's coming up in the next season. Ooh.
My favorite one to do, I was going to say the same episode. My favorite one to do was the Schmoopy-Doo episode. Mostly because it was, the way that the studio is, it's kind of like a horseshoe shape with the stands. And I was looking across the room at Nicole Oliver, who was playing Miss Cheerly, obviously. And the two of us could, there were moments where we had to deliberately not look at each other because it was so absurd. So that was a lot of fun.
I really like the pet one too. The one where Rainbow Dash finds her pet.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That was good. Yeah, that's why I like.
I like that one.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for coming and welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jason. I'm from Dallas.
Hi,
Texas.
Jason.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Jason from Dallas.
Really? Like, I didn't have much time to think of a good question, so I just ran up here with nothing on my mind. But I did think of something, and that is, what are your guys' opinion on the Fighting is Magic game and how it got? Would you guys would have voiced it?
What? Fighting is magic?
Well, I think a lot of them, like with like the fan projects, they're not really actually legally allowed to really look at them or have opinions on them because it's like a copyright issue. I think.
I'm not legally allowed to have an opinion.
Not allowed to have opinions. They at one point they tried letting Trevor have an opinion.
They did well, Trevor likes to try to have an opinion despite the law.
It was dangerous.
But that's his relationship with Satan for you.
But
you.
I like your hat.
I like it too.
And I like Doctor Who brony crossover shirts. They're awesome.
Okay, guys. Like I said, we had to cut this short so that we can let Hey Ocean get ready for their concert. It's gonna be amazing.
Thanks for nothing, Ashley.
Remember, there are going to be more panels with voice actors tomorrow, so that if you did not get your question answered, you will have a chance to
More
ask
panels with voice actors tomorrow.
tomorrow, and then probably Sunday.
And Sunday. In a
You
big pit of mud.
You'll buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Thanks, guys.
So, if you guys could calmly and efficiently exit the room so they can start moving around for the concert, and then come back for the concert, it'll be awesome.
Thank you.
See you guys.
So seriously, you guys gotta get ready for the concert right now?
I guess we're planning here.
Yeah.
Setting up all the AV equipment.
I'm testing the microphone. Does it sound good? Hi, everybody. I'm File Draft. I'm from Everfree Network. And I'm here today to present to you the Voice Actors Panel. Before we begin, I want to just make a couple of quick announcements. This panel is going to have to be over at 7 o'clock sharp, which means at 7 o'clock sharp, I'm going to say, all right, we're done, we got to go, because they got to clear this room out to get ready for the Hey Ocean concert, which you all should go to, because it's going to be awesome. So, when this panel is over, if you guys can help us all get the concert ready by getting up and vacating the room and getting the hell out of here, that would be, no, it'll be really helpful. And then the other thing I wanted to just quickly announce is that if you guys have questions for these VAs, in just a matter of minutes, I'm not going to hold on the mic too long. Yes? Okay, so I'm being told that it has to end 15 minutes earlier than that, so we'll get to questions faster than that. If you guys have questions for the VAs, I'll say, hey, we're going to do Q&A in a second. There is a mic stand there. This mic will be placed in that mic stand, and if you could line up neatly over on the left side of all the chairs, that would be great. Otherwise, hundreds and hundreds of bronies on the live stream are going to see the backs of your heads. Now, some people may want that kind of notoriety, but I know I wouldn't. So if you guys can line up over there when you've got questions, and just remember, these guys are not going to be able to answer any questions about any material that hasn't aired yet. So no, season 5 spoilers, probably not going to happen. Probably not. Let's do that. All right, let's bring out the voice actors. Yep, they're coming. I can see them. All right. She's making her way to the stage, Michelle Krieber. Followed by Marika Hendricks, voice of Gilda. Followed by Sam Vincent, Trevor Duvall, Michael Dangerfield. Kelly Metzger. And Peter New. Okay, so I guess I just rattled off your names, but could you quickly introduce yourselves, starting with you, Michelle, and maybe give them a snippet of the character or characters that you voiced for My Little Pony?
Hello, I'm Michelle Krieber, and I am the singing voice and speaking voice for Apple Bloom, and also the singing voice for Sweetie Belle. All right.
And, hey, aren't you gonna stay for brunch? I'm Marika. Hello? Oh, yeah, I can hear. Hello. I'm Marika Hendricks, and I am the voice of Gilda, the Griffin. And I could tell everybody to make like a bee and buzz off!
I am Trevor Duvall, and I am the voice of Fancy Pants, Hoity Toity, and Iron Will.
Is this on? Is this on? How's everybody doing? You ready to rock and roll this weekend a little bit? So I'm Michael Dangerfield, and I am the voice of Brayburn. Welcome to Appaloosa. There you go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Metzger, the voice of English Spitfire. What is my line? Oh, yeah. That's an Academy record!